women are simple. We obviously know, hell no.
That is not
But
true.
my boy Cool Artie said women simple question mark. Here you go. Lost this cap.
I don't believe
Cap,
it's cap.
cap,
And
cap,
me and
cap,
Kadira
cap.
was fighting for our lives
So
in that
can I
conversation.
just say one thing? I know it's
Go
y'all
ahead.
show, but I'm gonna just say one thing. So in that I watched the interview, and for 1 second, Kadira, I love you, Kadira, but Kadira said women will get a good man, a perfect man, and then they'll start picking at him. They'll be too picky when they get the perfect man, and then the next minute they're simple. Simple women, like that gives me the impression that she's never satisfied. If you get a perfect man, and all they have to do is all they want is to for a man is to protect and provide, and a little bit of other things. The perfect man would do that, or a good man would do that. So if you're still nitpicking at him, you're not satisfied.
Not satisfied.
And how can you satisfy?
But aren't we always? I feel like we're
Let
saying
me
the
tell
same
you this.
things.
If we bring 10 women randomly from outside and put them in here and do a poll and say, are women simple? They're going to say no.
I don't
They
think,
know they're not.
I
Even
feel
women say they're not
Women don't even, right? You ever had, like, I have a friend that's a dyke, and she even say, like, women, yo, I don't know how y'all dudes do it, because women is crazy.
I think both parties are. We like to say things as simple,
Yeah,
but
well,
it's
it's hormones going on and shit.
no.
They
It's
be
I
wildin'.
just feel once again we keep saying women aren't simple. Like the language is neither party is, because even with men,
Men are simple.
get the fuck out of here. As a woman who dates men, clearly I have been through my fair share of bullshit.
Yo, I can tell you.
No, wait. Let me wait.
One thing men want respect.
Y'all keep saying, like, my thing is we say the
and
same
loyalty,
things, but we
that's
clearly
it.
both. But my thing is we say the same things, but both parties has clearly been hurt. So clearly people are not that simple. If I'm a woman who has dated, my dating history is nothing but black men. So that's my thing. Let's just say we're going to talk about this. I have dated men. To sit there and say it's all simple, I have been the perfect, dutiful, all of that stuff. Still get cheated on, still got played, still got all of that stuff. So once again, it's people I was picking. It's the people I was picking. And once again, ownership within self. I feel like deep down when you do things right, look for right things, you will come across people who are not that complicated. But we complicate things because we see signs. This man, I saw signs. I'm gonna take responsibility. I saw signs. I thought I could change them. You make it complicated. Learn when to walk away. I just think at the core, when you meet somebody equally yoked or healed, it should not be that complicated. But in this world we're in, I think things are overcomplicated, and especially with the gram, it doesn't help. We always look at these fake celebrities,
That's
like
true,
station. Look,
listen,
these over.
I can't be without a woman. I need you, woman, but y'all are not simple. I don't think
we're that.
Yo, I see my mom, and I love my mom, and she ain't simple. Like yo, women just not simple.
You keep saying women. I keep on saying. I think both parties, because like I said,
it's very hard.
I have been abused.
So complex.
I have
and
been
different.
a pretty Barbie type of girl. I have done all the things, and yet
according to the comments, they saying cap.
I feel like those are hurt men. Like, cap.
Women even said cap.
I think
women on there said cap too.
No, but I also feel like a lot of people are speaking from a place of hurt. I really feel like it's sad. It's really sad that we keep speaking from places of, oh, your past situations that didn't work. What do you want? And then aim for that. And stop sitting there sprinkling in. Do I believe there's complications in dating? Yes, we're people. But I don't think it's a woman thing. I think it's people. We're people. We all had lives. You're 32, I'm 31. We have had our share of people we dated before. It will be a lie to say that we don't have no reservations. We have been through our 20s. So yes, we're both going to have different needs at this juncture of our lives, especially being in our 30s. So to say that it's just women that are complicated, I don't believe that. I believe you're also a 32-year-old man. You have certain standards for yourself that a certain woman would have to meet. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know what those standards are. And then go out there and search for them. I don't think it's just straight up women, no. I think people are complicated
a good one. The
right now.
polls is going to be singing, but...
So women aren't simple.
Huh?
Women aren't simple. Because we never said we were simple. Did y'all?
I think my argument last time was that at the core, and like I said before, at the core though, once you do your work, I feel like at the end of the day, we all want love, protection, companionship. That's what I said was simple.
Yeah, but see,
We
you
all
gotta-
want love, protection,
men want-
companionship,
is an
and
ego-
security.
Remember, men love their ego, so you got to respect a man. That's one. You got to respect them, and men love exclusivity. Like they love
Because
their
I wasn't
woman
the one who said the simple comment. It was
exclusive.
somebody else. But all I'm saying is,
If you
I
ask
said,
any man, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Yo, I need my girl to respect me, and I need loyalty." They don't want to be cheated on. No man, no men want to be. So those are
that's
the two
women
number one.
do. Who want to be cheated on?
I know that.
Nobody wants
that's
that.
just a man-
If
men
I'm gonna be in a
just-
relationship with you, I don't want to be cheated on.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the simple comment came, I don't know who that came from, but the argument itself was about how deep down inside at the core, we both want the same thing. That's
we
what
do.
makes it simple. Once you cut the bullshit, we all want it. Once we match energy, if we're in a safe space, that's what we
Man,
want.
we
So
all
that's
do
what makes
want
it simple. Not that I didn't say, who said the simple comment? It wasn't
I think
even.
I brought it up.
You said
Yeah,
women
our
aren't
are
simple.
Women simple.
So you simplified the argument.
It was the dude.
So you, so he
Oh.
simplified the argument, but that's not what the argument was about.
Let's get to Jah Morant. Though.
But
Okay.
yeah, next.
But first, thank you all for the comments though, whether they're negative, whether they're positive, whatever, it just makes us better. So please keep
Keep them
going, and
coming.
maybe we'll do another segment like this later on.
Yeah, and on to the next one.
All
So
right.
Jah Morant. Oh my gosh. So do you guys think Jah Morant career is in jeopardy after, yet another time, second time being on live with a gun? Man, damn, this is a tough topic. I mean, I like Jah Morant. I like his game. I think he's just explosive. And he looks like he a cool dude personality wise. I just don't know why he keep bringing up these guns, and it's not even like somebody else is catching him. It's him catching
He's
himself,
him.
or his friends catching him. It's like,
He's
dude,
23 though, right?
like
He's young.
23, 23.
He's
I
young.
think
He's
he's
a
young.
kid.
Yeah, he's definitely young.
He's a kid.
But it's no song in the world that's gonna let me pick up a gun and start going crazy
Especially
with the gun
not
in my
while I'm in
hand.
the
Like,
NBA.
I just don't. Like,
And
he was listening to NBA YoungBoy. He's hard too, but still, no.
There's two arguments to have right now, and it's like with him, I feel yes to everything you're saying about why. Why would you do this? You're 23 years old. You're in the
A
NBA.
millionaire.
You're a millionaire, but at the same
And
time,
you're 23.
it's like I feel like we be in these weird positions as Black people sometimes. It's like what he did was wrong because come on, why are you doing this? Is what he did is wrong, but it almost makes us feel like we have to fight for him when there was another NBA player who was white that did not miss any games after he posted up all his guns.
Yeah, see, that's the
So
crazy
that's the thing.
And
It
that's what
almost
I don't like about society.
I hate this because it's like, don't have us hold our people to a certain standard if you're not going to hold those other people to a certain standard when he has his guns
I think
up
it's
there.
Chris Kaman, the guy who played for the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. He's the one who had the guns.
And it's like, and once again, it has me, I feel so conflicted because it's also like what's going on with Jonathan Majors, but then nobody's saying nothing about Ezra, the actor that's playing the Flash.
The same thing with with Deshaun Watson, all the rape allegations, but no one said nothing. Alleged. But no one said nothing about the 2 or 3 girls for Ben Roethlisberger. He continued to freaking play, not one suspension.
And that's the thing that pisses
the rules ain't
me.
the same for
It's not
white
the same,
people.
but also we know it's not the same.
That's
so
what makes it so
why do
harder.
we keep doing not once again, it's like I hate that I'm saying it, and I hope people don't take it like I'm saying we have to perform for the white people. But let's be real here. In a way, y'all know they not giving us no pass.
That's why
Y'all know
I gotta give so much props and kudos to LeBron James. He's been how long he's been in the league? Since he was 18 and from fresh out of high school. No nothing.
Scandal. And
no problems.
And
no
it's not
trouble.
like they don't try.
And exactly. And I'm pretty sure they tried because they did it with
try.
Kobe and tried to say he raped somebody in Denver when he fucking didn't do it. He surely didn't do that. R.P. Kobe.
Yeah.
But LeBron is clean slate, and if I had to choose, John Morant need to look up to him. We need to follow his footsteps.
It's just so confusing internally because it's like you want to ride like nah. If you ain't do it, but it's like it's all wrong. But why we don't treat it like it's all wrong? So if y'all not going to punish one, don't punish the other. It's either y'all going to mind y'all business or everybody's going to get these same treatments. So and the fact that he's 23 years old and now he's looking like he's suspended indefinitely.
Definitely,
And
yeah.
his
From all basketball
he definitely
activities.
should harbor a lot of responsibility because once you sign that contract, you are representing a lot of people.
Representing
You're,
NBA,
you're
right.
representing, and you won. You got out of your situation. You are now making money. Millionaire
and you're
status.
23. So let's say you play a longevity in the NBA, we're looking at 36, 37. Chris Paul's around that age, so that's about maybe 2 extra, maybe even 3 extra, another long
If you
deal
play good with no
contract. You know
with
what
no
I'm saying?
injuries.
So we talking about this guy by the time he retires
his second
may
time
be a
with the gun,
billionaire
right?
or half of a million, half of a billionaire with the contracts he's gonna be getting because he's a star player.
And then the deficit
The
he's going to have to
endorsements
peel
he's
himself
losing.
out of. Let's just say they do let him back in the league. I don't see no endorsements flooding you no time soon. You think so? You think because
that's the thing about this society though. Like, although you do wrong, if you have some
Good
good
stats.
talent,
So he
they
gotta
will let
prove.
that shit go.
That means he got to
So
work.
more so, he just gotta leave the guns alone, bro. Just leave the gun. And if you're gonna play with guns, do it off camera, and be safe.
And
Don't
that's
kill
the thing
nobody.
with this new younger generation. Like, I'm happy IG
Yeah,
wasn't
they do
around when we
everything
were
on
young, because like they put
Yo,
everything on
the cops
Instagram.
had to really do their jobs. Now the cops, all they have to do is just go on Instagram,
follow
and
you on
sit
Instagram
there,
and see.
and they're gonna see everything you've done. VIA, fucking Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. Then their freaking indictment. That's a whole nother topic, but. Man,
It's like, but some of y'all
crazy.
just giving it to them. Like, here's my pack. Here's the case.
Lock me up.
Take it. And
I'm starting to wonder if y'all like jail, because this
y'all
is
must
crazy.
know something about it that we don't.
Ain't no girls and ain't no money in there.
I don't know. And that's the thing, ain't no money in there. And then it's like you finally was able to give
freedom.
your family generational wealth, and now you're jeopardizing it for what? 2
stupid
seconds
shit.
of a video with some likes, or just what was it for? Were you drunk? I'm just trying to understand, what was it for? I want to know, what was it for? Was it some NRA endorsement we don't know about?
That's a question
What is it for?
Jah Morant needs to tell the world.
I just need people to
why
understand what was it for, and what friends do you have around you that allowed you to do that? That's the thing. Where's the friends?
That's the problem though. When a lot millionaires doing things, you got a lot of people that just want to be around a millionaire, so they feel like they ain't gonna say nothing. They're just gonna be a bunch of yes men.
Yeah.
That's not even a good thing. You got to be first of all, you got to be a real friend, and you got to also protect the bag. If he lose the money, you're losing the money. And you're losing all the fame and what's coming with it, that by being around him, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure some of his close friends, just by being around him, probably work with Nike, doing commercials, doing some sort of thing with the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever they doing with their life.
I'm convinced, like, people who let you go down, they secretly hated that you were up. Because if they really wanted to protect you, nobody would have been recording you or okaying that video. And not even just him, it's just in general, even with these rappers and stuff. Nobody protects the money. Bobby, what the hell was that about? All of that, like, if your friends really ride for you, your family really loves you, all of that stuff, there should have been a come to Jesus conversation, especially after the first time. There should have been a come to Jesus conversation. For you to do it again, it makes me wonder, did anybody not talk to you?
He went to what? He said he went to Florida to therapy or something. He went for a week. I'm like, that was the fastest.
That don't fly with black people.
That was the fastest shit in the world. Like,
that don't fly.
I think he just said it just to say it, but to keep the topic a little short, Jah Morant, just
do better.
Yeah, man. You got little kids that's looking up to you. You got people that's looking up to you that want to see you on the court because you inspire them in so many ways. Just keep the guns out of your hand. Also, be safe, man, because that's the guns these days is killing us young black men. Yeah. So you gotta just.
And also, as far as black people, come on now, y'all know we gotta work twice as hard. Twice as hard to get half of what the other counterparts do. We cannot afford a slip up. Like, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet to afford these slip ups. So to do the things you're doing and then shocked that you getting the justice of the law, come on now. We have seen this playbook thousands of times. At this point, stop with the shock. Stop with the shock.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You got the next one?
The next one would be about,
I think, is
y'all show.
Power?
Y'all
Power
show.
BMF stuff.
Y'all show.
Like, do you guys, like, what's your guys' thoughts
the
on
last
Power?
2 episodes leaked.
BMF?
I heard y'all were mad.
Well, 50 went off on his Instagram. He went crazy.
People were happy. People were happy.
I've been secretly thinking he's doing it because
who 50?
I don't know. 50's a calculated guy. Like he does things because the way he said it on his Instagram was just like, "Well, you leaked it again." Like this is not the first time a Power episode got leaked. Yeah, so it's like he's saying, "Oh, you guys leaked it again." You know, Stars Network, and he had beef with Stars Network. So I don't know.
Why do you think that?
But I did watch it.
Of course, y'all did.
And mine was a good copy.
So
I
it
don't know
was
about the rest of
two
y'all.
episodes that leaked.
Mine was a good copy.
Two.
And it was two. It was episode 9 and the finale. So season finale and the finale.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it again this week because I am gonna support, the network and the ratings. So I will watch it again. But people chill. And what's your thoughts on the Power? The BMF. BMF is another one. All the other.
Can I guess it?
People finna hate me. Go ahead.
It's because you don't like seeing black people in that light.
I don't.
Snowfall too.
I don't.
Shit was fire.
I understand.
I'm sorry.
I understand too because I have my brother who hates like that Will Smith. What's that new Will Smith movie that came out? He was the slave.
Emancipation.
Emancipation. My brother didn't want to watch it.
I didn't
he wasn't
watch
like
it.
eager to watch it. He said, "I hate that they show black people like that. Like they don't
but
show
then,
white
but then
people's
people
stories."
support Power.
I like Power
I
because
like people support Power and Snowfall and
Snowfall
BMF
was fire.
And all of
like
that
the
stuff.
writing, R.P. John Singletary, that writing was.
But why couldn't that
ridiculous.
writing be applied to something else?
But it was showing light on the
else?
CSI about white people too, and how the government.
But who was the main star?
Is bringing out the.
But who was the main star? It was a black person.
Damien.
No, I know who the star was, but what was it about? It was surrounded by Franklin.
Yeah.
A person who flooded this community with crack.
That he see.
No, yeah, Rick Ross.
It was about who?
Rick Ross.
The person that flooded his community.
But it was
crack.
the white people, CIA.
But the person gave it to the black person to flood his black community with crack, and yet we glorify the shows like that
because it's. And believe it or not, that's why I love Snowfall as probably better than Powers because it's realistic. It's our story. Like people actually sold those things. Like,
but we had this. How many times we gotta see it? We done had this story with Hoodlum, New Jack City, Paid in Full, American Gangster.
Because there's always gonna be a market for it.
But why? But who's the market? Who's the market?
Believe it or not, white people watch Power too heavy.
But who's the market?
Heavily.
Who's the people mostly affected?
African American, but
yeah. Who's the people mostly affected by shows like that constantly? But yet they keep on giving multi-million-dollar contracts.
I think those shows can be, if you look at it, not only for its entertainment, if you look at it as like, a knowledge thing, you want to take something from it.
No.
You're going to take a lot. Like at the end,
no.
I don't want to spoil it for people who didn't see Snowfall ending yet.
I know
which
the
is
ending.
crazy. You should have saw it.
I know the ending.
The ending where he had all the money when it started, and he had about $70-something million, and for him to have nothing at the very end of it, and become the very thing that he was selling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it made me look at it like, damn, I would never sell crack, and make you question yourself and say, damn, like for him to get there.
But we had this story 20 times. How many times do we need to see this lesson? And what they gave an hour of him being a crackhead, not an hour, the last 10, 15 minutes of him being a crackhead versus a whole.
But we get a lot of the same white shows.
Wait, let me break it down here. But versus the 7, it was 7 seasons? 7 seasons of Snowfall? 6 seasons where they sensualized the entire rise, all the way up to him being in the private jet, all of this stuff. And then he gets 15 minutes of being a crackhead. They didn't give y'all even 4 episodes of seeing how he was struggling.
Because that 15 minutes of him being a crackhead was so strong.
But once again,
was so strong.
You didn't even need this story
that long.
Several times. American Gangster ended with him going to jail. Nino Brown got shot.
Because those things really happen.
Meech, and all of them. So why do we keep getting the story?
Because it really happened, and there's a platform and there's a market for it.
It's a platform and a market because it honestly contributes to the subconscious of black people, especially when we are the most people in jail for the stuff that they're advertising. I actually got some statistics. Give me a second, because I'm gonna have to break this down, because I want people to really understand where I'm coming from with this. Because I understand y'all love this show, and I'm not trying to take away from black actors. Ghost, I actually did watch the first Power because I want to know what I'm talking about. I watched that whole entire series. And as far as Damson, amazing actor. So I'm not trying to take this from perspective that I want to take food out of people's mouth, but I want better for our community. I want better. The fact that we, like you said, white people have these shows. We had, and don't get me wrong, I watch Sons of Anarchy. I watched Breaking
Fire,
Bad.
that's the best show ever.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's the best show
I
ever,
watch
Sons
Sons
of
of Anarchy. I watch Breaking Bad. I watch Pinky Blinders. I love them shows. I love them. But the difference between white people and black people is we don't have that luxury to keep getting this type of show. And the reason why, statistically speaking, 4 million low-income families, 30% total are Hispanic, 2 million, 22% Black African-American people. So we're already we're already in the projects. Most of us are already in the projects. We see this story time and time again. So you're playing this story in your house. Y'all keep saying kids ain't watching it. I work in education. Stop it. A lot of the kids are hearing it in the background. Some of the households that are in the projects are lacking black male families. We know why. Black male representation. So then what do you see on TV as a kid? When I grew up, I saw Nino Brown. I saw all of those shows in the background, whether it was in front of my face. I snuck and watched those type of shows and things like that. So when you're a black boy in a house watching these shows and seeing this representation and you already in the projects, what do you think you're likely going to be doing?
I don't think that's true though, because I watched.
What do you think you're likely going to be doing?
I mean,
and then you step outside.
Do you think exactly? So do you think it's because of the TV shows, or do you think it's because of the people they see outside? Do you
I think it's both.
So who does it weigh more on? Because if I see like all the girls gravitating towards the guys that's selling the drugs, the guys.
Oh, and I was going to get into my own personal story as well.
That's too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different, and like with Paid in Full, like movies like that.
That's my shit.
It is a classic.
That's a classic. But we have to, if we take away the drugs and we look at what Paid in Full really is about, it's not really about drugs. It's like
them trying to come up, right?
Yeah, but if we just think about like Mitch, right, and he compares his love for the game as like Magic, Larry, what's his name? Magic. It's like what they're really saying is like, do you know what it's like to be a part of something that doesn't really love you back? So that's what he's.
But we got those messages.
Same
but once
thing
again,
with Boyz N
a
Da
lot
Hood.
of us
not Boyz N Da Hood and Menace to Society are two different things.
Yeah. It's not about that.
But I'm saying, but like
Boyz N
those
Da
two
Hood's
movies,
fire,
they're
though.
different. Even
And
though they
there's
came out at the
so
same time,
many-
they came out at the same
But
time.
it was two different type of
and
things.
they came out in the same
it was all
area.
about guns,
It was
but
Watts and South
different.
Central, but they're two different movies.
Yeah, no, I love both.
Exactly. Boyz N Da Hood explores fatherhood.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Fatherhood.
And
Brotherhood,
Menace Society is about
brother-
choices and about the ones that led him to where he ended up.
Menace
Also,
Society
Boyz
didn't
N Da
really
Hood is
have
about choices too. The choices you make,
Yeah.
and what
But
So
it's
how
like-
lessons
suppressed
in
we
these
are
films.
about it.
But what y'all saying, these lessons is what we got when we got older. We didn't get these lessons when we were young watching these movies. We
gotta
just watched the
I got them
movies.
And on the thing,
You did not grasp the complexity of what age, and let's be real here. What age were we when we first watched those type of movies? Don't lie.
I
Well,
would.
who fault is that though?
No. It's not about no,
I would
it.
say Boyz N Da Hood was. I was probably
I was 10. I didn't know what
11, 12. I was
Yeah, like
watching,
you said, I
but
didn't know we was
watched
just
it
watching
so
it.
much time when I was
We
young
was
that
just
I got
but
what they were trying to
but
do.
regardless,
in the movie.
thing I'm trying to say is when it comes to black people, we need more. We need more.
No, we do.
We need more, and we don't
I get
have
what you
enough.
mean. Like
we
you know,
don't have
having
enough.
like a for
We
example,
had a show, Lovecraft Country, revolutionary because it gave us something different. It gave us magic. It gave us history. It gave us monsters. All of this stuff that we never thought as black people they would even write for us. This show was literally nominated for 18 Emmys, 2 Golden Globes. 10 HBO Max's #1 show, 10 million views, got canceled after 1 season. You don't want to flood money into that. But yet we got Snowfall, Power, BMF, Why? Why you don't want to give us that show? Why you can't get little girls, black little girls to have that type of representation? Why we can't be told these type of magical, mythical stories for once? Why do we got to keep getting preached this type of gangster stuff as if we didn't already have it? Especially when we are the most people in jail.
So you got.
We don't need it.
I mean, you could.
We don't
You
need
could
it.
kind of blame the producers and the writers.
I'm not blaming the
and-
producers. I also blame us
and the
because
networks.
we
Because we the ones that's writing it.
No, I guess because that's what they buy. That's the thing. Yes, because we're not
So we
us
gotta.
the people.
So it starts with us.
us
We
the
got to be the ones
people-
to write something different.
It's not about us writing
Whereas
something different.
now-
It's about the fact that John Singleton,
And he
black,
wrote that off of
black
probably
icon.
because
But my thing is, we
those
gotta
things
understand.
really happened with
We
that
gotta
Snowfall
understand
shit.
networks are not going to buy it. Even Lovecraft had to be fought because
Because
us as people, we need to start advocating
we
for
as
more.
people can change that when we all on the
Same
same
page.
direction and page.
And that's my thing. And
And
once
if
again,
all writers, black writers, and people that has power say we're writing this story, we're not writing that story no more. Netflix
it's
gonna have
also-
no choice but to take that
needs to be
route
both.
because
It needs to be
what they gonna
both.
do?
It needs
Tell
to be
people,
consumer.
oh, we can't do that.
It needs to be the consumer and it needs to be the people writing it. It needs to be both. It cannot
why-
it cannot be black writers writing this amazing script, but yeah, we're all gravitating towards Snowfall
But
and
there's
Power.
so many different
what would be
movies,
what
though.
would be the incentive for these people to buy something so different?
It's
If
just,
black
it's
people
just
are
the
just
hood
going,
really that's grabbing, like, because there's so many
Yeah, because
movies
that's what
out there
they
that's
know.
not doing what power. Like all the Will Smith movies are not like that.
not anymore.
You
He
got-
used to be a box office.
No, but his movies like Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, like there are no gangster in it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just.
But why
straight
do we need gangster?
life lessons?
Aren't
stuff.
we sick
I'm
of
not
it?
saying no. Those
But
are
that-
great
I'm
movies.
just saying,
Those are
aren't we
one of my
sick of it?
favorite
But my
movies.
thing is, it's not really gangsterism in
Yeah.
these films.
It's
like,
just entertainment.
like if you watch Juice, like there wasn't really any gangsterism.
But
That's
we're not
real
talking
life.
about Juice.
Juice,
We're
all
talking-
of these
I'm saying-
movies.
Yeah, it's like, but once again, we can name them all. But we have so many.
Like,
How many times we need this lesson?
We really have to
We
look
can
at
name
the.
them all.
But if we look at the through line of what these films are saying, what these shows are saying, it's not really about. They're not really glorifying
course.
gangsterism. So it's
Yeah.
just because you got a black dude with a gun in this movie and a black guy with a gun in this movie and that movie, it's not really
Yeah.
the same thing. It's not the same story over and over. Just like I said,
Yes,
Boyz N Da Hood
yeah.
and Menace to Society are two different things.
I'm not trying
And
to say
art
they're the
imitates
same.
life. This is real life.
I
Real life.
understand.
That's why that's what
I
I'm
understand
saying.
it's
It's
real
not-
life, but at the same time, we have more real life, and we don't have enough creativity. Enough. Even right now, it's like I said, we don't have enough to get us to a place where we even thinking different. I understand that each movie and thing carry a different message. I got that, but when I was initially watching those, no. When you're young, no, you're just watching it. You're seeing
Yeah,
a
you watching
swaggy
for
guy in a
you're just
suit.
watching it for
If you're
entertainment.
somebody seeing a swaggy guy in a suit, what do you think is going to happen? You want to be the swaggy guy in the suit. And then no matter how many times people, Wesley Snipes said it himself one time, people missed the message of New Jack City. People idolized Nino so much they wanted to be him. The point was to hate him. But yet he produced an era of men who then wanted to aspire to be Nino Brown. So that goes to show the message gets lost when you're young watching these movies, or you think that now you got the formula. Because once again, they package these shows to give you basically the playbook to think that you too can probably sell drugs, just don't do this one mistake. But then you end up doing another mistake. You can't beat the game. This is why a lot of black men end up in jail. You keep thinking you're gonna be the different person. You keep thinking you're gonna be a level up above Nino, a level up above Scarface, a level up
that's
behind
true,
these
but-
things, because then what would be the incentive
That's
to
a
keep
good-
doing it? What else would be?
It's because
my
it's
thing-
there.
I
The
don't-
same way how
I
a woman,
wouldn't-
the same how you got some women who prostitute themselves.
Yeah, because
Why do they
everybody
do
thinks
that?
they could be something. It's
Pretty
something
woman.
that the secret
It's the
sauce.
same reason why men sell their
I
drugs.
don't know if I would correlate
thing.
that to movies. I would more so correlate that to the people, what they see in the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
It's both.
Just ask a
It's
dude in the
both.
projects how many doctors he know, how many lawyers.
We
does he
don't know many doctors in
Exactly.
projects.
And-
You know what I'm
and
saying?
not in
It's
the project,
all.
but just in the area.
the
Like how
point I'm
many
making.
positive black men do they know?
That's the point I'm
like,
making.
But if I look at a TV show, it's different. I can watch the gangster movies. I can
Yeah.
watch the Cosby's, all of that stuff. But if I'm walking
person.
in
outside,
it,
of the,
in it. That's
yeah, it's only an hour. The movie's only an hour long. But if
Yeah.
I walk outside and I go
This
to the
is my
park and I
reality.
see,
But you're
That's
literally
what I'm
making the
doing.
point I'm saying. The fact that majority of black people are the ones that are in the housing projects, but yet the majority of the audience watching these shows are naturally African American people. And you already consuming a product on TV and then you're stepping outside in it. Where do you escape it? Where do you escape it? And my thing is this:
That's
yes,
a- I
get the consuming
other,
part, but
there are other shows, there are other
They
things.
consume it
we
more
could,
on
we
the
could
streets
definitely.
than being
I'm saying
watching
it's
it on TV.
both. It's
It's
both. You're
It is
getting
both.
it.
Yeah, I get
You're
it.
what
getting
weighs
it
more?
both ways.
What's more? Who's more responsible? Like, well, not who, but like, what weighs more, the TV screen or his environment?
I think it's both because you got to remember.
It's
I think
equal?
it's environment, but also we cannot limit or like we cannot
good
act as
question.
if We cannot act as if consumerism it's a science behind it. That's why they make certain things bite-sized, because then it gets stuck in your brain. It's all in the subconscious. The brain is a very absorbent organ. So even if you think it's just an hour, you don't know what it did to you constructively in your head, especially in your formative years. So we cannot dismiss the impact of some of these shows.
We can't dismiss
it. It's both hand in hand. Growing up in the projects, then watching things like that, hearing music that you're hearing, all of this stuff, all of it literally makes you who you are.
So let me ask you this: why do you think they watch it?
Because it's relatable.
I like that.
Yeah, no. And I'm not taking away, and that's why I say I'm not trying to take people's show away. I'm just saying why I don't personally watch it. Because I was somebody who did grow up. I grew up in the projects. I know how it affected me. I know how it affected my family. So when I watch shows like that, it actually invokes trauma in me. I don't like it. I don't like seeing it because I have lived that life. So I want to remove myself from those type of shows. And I want better. So I look at other type of shows that make me happy. Because I don't want to bring stuff. I don't even want it in my house. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing justice to our up and coming generation when we still have black men graduating high school less. We still
this is a good thing for you guys to comment on.
Yes, it is. We
Literally,
still have black men graduating less.
Is it the streets that's causing more of the problem, or is it the movies that we were watching, and the music we were listening to?
I think that's even an oversimplified question. I just think it's all of it. To be honest, I think we as people should advocate for more. Like venture into even a different topic, the Ariel. Haley, or is it Chloe? I always get them confused. Haley is the new Ariel, right? The little one. Whatever. The point I'm making is you gave us Ariel. They gave us Ariel. Why? They could have gave us a black goddess. They could have gave us Ashana. They could have gave us Allah. They could have gave us that story, but they won't. They don't want to glamorize us. They don't want us to be goddesses and our own princesses in our own right. They don't want to give us different types of shows.
They do. We have a lot of shows like that. We do, because I've watched. I watch
that are
everything
that are as advertised as those. That's what I'm saying. That are as
it's because
advertised.
It's the produce. You got to look who's promoting it. You got 50
Snowfall
Cent that's doing
and
it.
As Power or the Power Books or all of the shows. What other shows we have that are pumping out that level of advertisement?
It depends. Like who? Like for what children see, they may see that more than they see Snowfall. Versus like people around them talking about it, they're around grown folks. But I'm gonna see BMF and Snowfall more just because I'm an adult and the stuff that I follow, the music I listen to.
But when we were young,
it was Disney Channel. It was some gangster shows like Lincoln Heights. And
I watched everything when I was younger.
But
Even
Disney. That was what I was watching.
Like, and once again, like I said, I'm not one
it doesn't shape my life.
You don't know what shaped your life. That's the thing. It's all subconscious.
I do know.
All we cannot.
You can know what
you cannot take away.
So you're trying to say we can't control.
I'm not saying we can't control, but it's easy to say things when you have hindsight. But what I'm trying to say,
I can say I was in the street not because of what I was listening to or movies. I was in the street because of my environment, what I was doing.
Yeah, it's all of it. It's all of it.
I don't know.
I think it's all of it.
For me, it's not TV, a movie, or music. For me, that's entertainment. I know how to separate the two.
Wait, hold up.
But I go towards it more because I can relate to it because I've done it in the street.
There was an argument not too long ago about how women act like women want Prince Charmings because of what we watch on Disney Channel. Right? There was a whole argument about that. I'll never forget. It was a big debate about women being programmed by Disney Channel to want Prince Charming, So that argument can exist. But we're not going to sit there and say the argument about these shows exists as well. That argument can exist about how women are now, the women who grew up in the early Disney Channel era, where we were princesses and we was waiting for a Prince Charming, even though the Prince Charming had a lot of flaws, we thought we could fix them. All of that was programming. And this is why now as women, you guys think that y'all got to fix things in y'all 20s, 30s, blah, 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 because of shows you watch. That argument existed, but this argument does not exist. That maybe as a man, certain things didn't shape.
I don't know. I didn't make that argument.
No, I'm saying because you're saying that what you watched didn't probably have any impact on you.
It didn't. Not on you. It didn't.